Hi guys, this is Mr. H again. Hey, I am going to do the second version of this problem, number 16 from June 2023. I used the slider before, and if you're comfortable with sliders, that's a great way to go. But if you're not, this is a better way to go. Uh, remember, we got two functions. F of x is the absolute value of x, and then g of x is k times the absolute value of x. And they tell you that k is 1/2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that information and we're going to store 1/2 into k, and then we're going to graph g of x. So let me show you exactly what I'm going to do. But before I do that, let me show you how to get rid of all of this. So if you do menu 14, this was from the previous video. Now, to get rid of the slider, you just hover over it until you get that, and then you delete it, and now it's gone. Now, I'm going to go, and I am going to enter the first function. So that's absolute value. You go here, you click on that, and then you press X. Boom, done. Now, to get the other part, you're just going to go to, we got to go to the calculate screen, and we're going to take 1/2, and we're going to store that into K, because that's what they told us K was. So we're going to say control variable, and then we're going to put that into the letter K. Boom, done. Now, if I go back over here, I can now enter the second function. So I'm going to go tab, and then I'm going to do K times the absolute value of X. Now, I'm going to show you the mistake. Again, you don't see the second one. And the reason that you don't see the second one is you have to put a multiplication between the K and the absolute value. And then you go enter. Boom. So there's the second one. The red one is the second one. So the blue one is the original. The K is the second one. Now, when you have them both on the same screen, it's very easy to see what happens when you multiply by 1/2. Well, it gets wider. That's easy. Now, if you wanted to, you can go back to the screen and you can change this K. Let's make K equal to 6, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to go control store, and now I changed the value of K. Now, if you go back to the graph, you'll see now the red one is much thinner, because if you multiply by an integer or a number bigger than 1, it makes the graph thinner. If you multiply it by a fraction like 1/2, it's going to make it wider. So that's what I would do. I would just, if you have like a constant or another variable like K or B or something, store a number into there. Usually they have to tell you what they want you to do with that other constant, because that's why they have it. They usually have to give you information. So take that information and do something with it. So I hope this has been helpful. So I'm going to stop and post this one too.